get free Palestine. And I dang near got kicked out the league for it. And I'm like trying to figure out why. So I tweet free Palestine. Less than 10 minutes after I tweet that, I get a call from the commissioner of the NBA.
Stop it.
Agents, people working with my foundation at the time, Texas, you gotta erase this tweet. You gotta take this down. You're gonna get it. I'm like, what did I do that was so bad?
Can somebody explain to me?
Yeah, can somebody explain, you know?
Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Dogboy says, I'm impressed by the depth of Kurt's knowledge. We are too, amigo. Thank you for that one.
Thank you, dog boy.
Hey, Kurt, what do you want to tell the audience as they're here?
Oh, who's in Cleveland? I'm at Hilarities on the 5th, 6th, and 7th.
So Kurt's going to be...
4th, 5th, and 6th. My bad. 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Oh, they're doing shows on the 4th of July. It's a Friday.
Wait, no, I'm wrong. Go to KurtMetzgerComedy.com. It's Saturday. The 4th is what, Friday?
Yes.
So it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
So Kurt's at Hilarities this Saturday, Sunday, and Monday in Cleveland.
Yeah.
It's a great club. And
I love that club. I have a good time every time.
They have great food. They have really great food at that. I know it's weird to say about a comedy club, but that's one of the few. That and the Comedy Magic Club has great food.
Oh.
Both of them have great food.
Yeah.
Comedy Magic Club, shockingly good, and Hilarities is great too. I forgot. I haven't gotten Hilarities. Oh, boy, I forgot they had such good food there.
They really do. I had a chicken dish at Hilarities that I still think about.
Yeah, I'll see like famous people come in there, like the guy from the Allstate commercial and stuff like that. Like, you know, the black
What's the guy's name who runs that place? He's the old guy.
Cousins.
Nick. Yeah, Nick's a great guy.
I met him once, but he was really cool. And
he was always nice. He was nice to me. I remember when I worked there before, I was selling tickets, and I was sick. And he drove me to the pharmacy to make sure I could get my medicine and drove me back. And he's
just like a nice guy.
He's just a nice guy.
He was just a good guy.
Yeah, he's one of the good guys in comedy. So I really like Nick over at Hilarities. And we played the last time we were in town. They were already booked, so I couldn't play Hilarities. We played the Funny Bone there. It was a great time. I had a great time at the Funny Bone. That was a Thursday night. I was on our Ohio. Hey, we're going to be July 17th. We'll be back in Toronto at the Royal Theatre. Get your tickets. We'll be at Red Bank, New Jersey on the 18th, 19th. We're going to be at Northampton, Massachusetts, and then Concord, New Hampshire. So it's a big swing. It's a big... and
then August 3rd, Oxnard.
August 3rd, we're in Oxnard, California at the Improv. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. We'll see you there. Oh, Kurt's got a cat.
The cat's wondering what's taking it. The cat gets like lonely and then comes in.
Grab him by the pussy, cat. Yeah. All right. So guess what? The Department of Justice has executed the largest healthcare fraud takedown. You want to hear it?
What?
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Matthew Gagliotti, and I'm the head of the Justice Department's Criminal Division. Thank you all for joining us today as we announce the largest coordinated healthcare fraud takedown in the history of the Department of Justice. Today marks a decisive moment in our fight to protect American taxpayers from fraudsters and to defend the integrity of America's healthcare system. We are announcing today charges against 324 defendants for their alleged participation in healthcare fraud schemes involving approximately $14.6 billion in false claims submitted to Medicare.
Or roughly almost as much as we gave Israel last weekend in bombs. Okay.
Wow.
Medicaid and other healthcare programs.
Okay, so that's the big announcement. That was... They charged 324 defendants across 50 federal districts for schemes that involved approximately $14.6 billion in false claims submitted to programs like Medicaid and Medicare. The operation included the seizure of over $245 million in assets and highlighted involvement from international actors in Russia, Eastern Europe, Pakistan, focusing on various fraudulent activities, including unnecessary medical equipment billing and identity theft for Medicare fraud. And here's
Eastern Europe, would that be Ukraine by any chance?
I think they don't want to say Ukraine. Dan Bongino says public corruption will not be tolerated as
Comedy.
The whole government's one big grift. Are you kidding me?
Hey, when's that new Epstein evidence where we found out he acted alone and killed him and took his own life? Then the video's coming out any day now. Is that coming, Dan?
He says, I vigorously pursue bad actors who violated their oaths to all of us. We view the theft of public funds the same way. It's a crime against all of us. Today, in conjunction with the Department of Justice and our federal partners, we are announcing the results from the largest healthcare fraud investigation as measured by financial losses in Department of Justice history. And I'm announcing my largest tour. Coming up, we're going to be back in Toronto on Thursday, July 17th, Friday, Red Bank, New Jersey, Saturday, Northampton, Massachusetts, and Sunday, we'll be in Concord, New Hampshire. That's in end of July, July 17th. And then we're going to be August 3rd, we'll be in Oxnard at the Improv, Oxnard, California. Back to the story. The investigation spanned 50 federal districts and resulted in nearly $3 billion in false claims with over $15 million illegal distribution of pills. That sounds like fun. We seized $245 million. We charged blah, 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 blah. It approached $15 billion. Results matter, he says. Talk is cheap. And this is not even the beginning of the beginning. Oh, really? This is pre-beginning, Kurt. They haven't even begun yet, and this is happening.
Oh,
so
this is gonna be great.
if you're stealing from the public or violating your oath to serve, we're coming for you. God bless America and all those who defend her. And then Ann Vandersteel, she comes right back at him, Kurt, just like you did, and says, great job. Now what about the violations of due process for January 6th community, for the vax injured, for the destroyed families of Child Protective Services?
That's a good one.
Where funding comes from HHS, SSA, and Title IX. What about the constitutionally guaranteed rights that have been violated over and over? Where's the accountability? The evidence is all there. We expect you to ask us if you need it. 5 times August chimes in also and says, just wait, it's coming any day now. We're going to get him. You'll see. It's happening. Not now, but later. Later. But later. And oh boy, it's going to be something. You just wait, because it's coming any day now.
That's literally what spewed out of me the second I saw his dumb face, Dan Bongino.
I can have a soft spot for Dan Bongino.
He's got a soft spot in his head.
So Butch Connors says, any updates on anything you talked about for 5 years until you became part of the swamp? And he retweets Dr. Simon Godek saying, COVID, no arrests. Epstein, no arrests. Benghazi, no arrests. January 6th, no arrests. Doge findings, no arrests. Russia collusion, no arrests. Ukraine impeachment, no arrests. There's no justice in D.C., only theater for the peasants.
Wow, that's better than I can say it. That's why I don't care about the new AI system that they're going to bring in, because it's the same boss, meet the new boss, same as the old boss, forever. They're all related, these people. You know that, right?
Kash Patel, the FBI director, he says $245 million seized, hundreds of defendants and medical professionals charged, and $15 billion in losses prevented in the largest coordinated healthcare fraud takedown in history. Well done to all the states and federal partners who pushed this.
Keep going, Cash. I'm about to blow. Come on, keep going. Let me just get me over that hill with your motherfucker.
Fatima Khan says, Republicans, before you vote to close 1 of 4 nursing homes, can you update us on where the people will go? Because that's what they're talking about, right?
Oh, to fight in Ukraine, of course.
Maybe call a few seniors in your state and go over plans for where they're going to go next. Or call the son whose dad has dementia and tell him how he can be a full-time caregiver. So they're talking about the big, beautiful bill that's going to slash money in Medicaid. That's what they're talking about there. Now, I can't vouch if it's 1 in 4 nursing homes. Can you ask Grok? See if Grok says, will 1 in 4 nursing homes be closed because of the Medicaid cuts? But you know what this made me think of? So what he's saying, that's great. You caught $15 billion in fraud. What about the people who need this reminded me, Rick Scott, who was the governor of Florida and now is a senator from Florida. He was the perpetrator of one of the biggest Medicare schemes.
That's right.
In the history of our country. Steph, what?
It says no direct evidence from the provided web sources or X post confirm that Medicare cuts specifically will lead to 25% of nursing homes closing.
So there is.
However, proposed Medicaid cuts, which are more relevant since Medicaid funds over 60% of the nursing homes, could significantly affect nursing homes.
So we can't vouch for the 1 in 4 number, but
It's probably worse.
But it might be worse, might not be. So, but they're cutting Medicaid. They went after. So just to let you know, and if it was all fraud and abuse, nobody's got a problem with that. But as Republican senators have said, and Steve Bannon on our show has said, a lot of MAGA people on Medicaid. And
they're going to
so
selectively
people who work with jobs have Medicaid. So just keep that in mind. Okay, Rick Scott was the CEO of Columbia HCA, a healthcare company that faced a massive Medicare fraud case. The company was accused and later convicted of defrauding Medicare and Medicaid and other federal programs. This resulted in a record-breaking $1.7 billion settlement for the largest healthcare fraud settlement in U.S. history. During a civil deposition related to the fraud investigation, Rick Scott, the current senator from Florida, he invoked the Fifth Amendment 75 times. Just to let you know. So that's what that made me think of. Oh, really? You guys are going after the criminals? This guy never did time for that. They never did. Nobody ever goes to... They just give them a fine, and guess who pays the fine? The company. Guess where the company gets their money to pay the fine? From the fraud they committed. And guess where that money comes from? You, the U.S. taxpayer. So the U.S. taxpayer paid the fine. Nobody goes to prison. So that's a bunch of bluster coming from Kash Patel.
Hey, Israel's Medicaid ain't getting cut, is it?
No, Israel's Medicaid is not getting cut. Everybody gets health care in Israel. Hey, guess what? So if you Google it, I Googled biggest Medicare fraud and Rick Scott, and this is what comes up. Right back to back. It's kind of interesting. This is from June 26, 2003, from the Department of Justice. Largest healthcare fraud case in U.S. history. And then right underneath it, Senator Rick Scott's thing comes up. Yeah. And it said, Senator Rick Scott, Mike Braun, and J.D. Vance demand full audit of Medicare over a $2.7 billion Medicare fraud. Isn't that ironic?
That's really good that he turned on the criminal organization that he was part of.
Yeah.
And it's good that Trump has him in his administration.
Hey, Tony Soprano now wants all the off-track betting looked into.
Remember the FTX kid? He wanted regulation on crypto as soon as possible.
That's right. Yeah. Sam Bankman-Fried. He wanted all this. Sure. Yeah. And Tony Soprano wants the construction business looked into. He wants all the strip joints to make sure they're on the up and up. That's what Rick Scott. So that's what that made me think of. So this idea that you're imprisoning powerful people inside the government who went against their oath to serve is garbage because they never know. Fauci's not going to be imprisoned. Pat Collins, the head of the CDC, none of those people who defrauded and lied.
They're above Dan's pay grade. They're
above
Cash's pay grade.
That's right.
And Trump's pay grade.
That's right.
The people in charge you don't vote for, and they're in charge of the people you did vote for.
So when Dan Bongino says. So if you're stealing from the public or violating your oath to serve, we're coming. You're not.
Unless you're from Israel.
Unless you're Tony Fauci or Francis Collins or the woman who was the later head of the CDC or you're the head of Pfizer or Moderna. They're not coming for or Rick Scott. They're not coming for anybody.
If you don't have any family that is at least connected to somebody in the Bilderberg, look out.
So they're not coming for anybody. Okay, over to Steph.
All right. Thank you, Jimmy. Jimbo and Steph have Brooke Jackson on your show. She was a whistleblower working as a contractor for Pfizer, stating that their vax was compromised and bullshit. She got fired a day later. Thank you for the recommendation of Brooke Jackson. We'll share it with the team. Oh, here we go. Chanting to anything is not the way to peace. It's a war cry. It doesn't get more repulsive than baiting famine victims with food only to unalive them. But Israel punishes Palestinians for our war cries. CR.
How about cooking the food in front of starving kids and not even faking you're going to feed them?
How about it?
That one. They do it a lot. I didn't even know there were that many videos of that. The first one we saw on here has disturbed me now for a long time.
Okay, so come to
back
me.
to Jimmy.